Hi, Debra Borchardt here. I'm joined with Dan Dicker, and we are standing in front of the New York Stock Exchange. But that's not what's making the news today. It's the CME, which is in Chicago.
Yeah, and it's not making a lot of news, which is very interesting because I think it's a really big deal. The CME has been working with the Citadel Investment Group in order to create an open, transparent exchange, a new exchange for credit default swaps.
And this is an idea that Dan has been promoting, that the CME should step up. They've got experience creating these derivative items and selling them on the open market.
Yes, and this has been, you know, it's always been a question of, to restore investor confidence, it's always been a question of how deep is the hole really? And the way to find out how deep the hole is and to know how far you need to dig out is by taking some of these pieces of paper that really nobody knows the value. And, you know, as Brandeis said, you know, sunshine is the best disinfectant. You take them into the light of day, put them in a transparent market, and then you have real value that you can apply to these.
And they've been very illiquid because they've just been held amongst a small group of investment banks and traded amongst themselves. So this helps the Fed too, because now the Fed has a mechanism to get this stuff out.
There's no question about it. In fact, the Fed has to be a partner in this, and that's why they've called hearings down in Washington going on today with the CME Group and with ICE to try and figure out a new exchange where these things can be traded. They literally have to be mandated out of the books of the investment banks and into the books. They have to be migrated into the exchanges. And you can see it even in the stock market. For example, today, the CME Group is up $27.
Right, and this is a really positive move because it's very proactive. Instead of talking about things happening, we have an action.
That's correct. In fact, I've actually been a little more confident in the market today. I mean, there's two ways you can approach the market right now. You either believe the world is ending or you don't, and I don't. And part of the things that I think have been missing have these kinds of trust actions that needed to be taken in concert with the federal government, and this is one of them. And I don't think it's getting enough play because it's a massively positive step for these markets.
All right, a step for boosting confidence.
Correct. A step for boosting confidence and for moving some of these weapons of mass destruction, as Buffett said, of these derivatives, again, out of these dark pools and back onto transparent exchanges.
And if you have the right price, there's always a buyer.
Oh, there's no question about it. It leaves open the chance for sovereign wealth funds to come in, hedge funds who have interest in some of these things, and once everybody has an even playing field, everything gets better for everyone.
Great. Thank you, Dan. Debra here for TheStreet.com TV. Stay tuned for more.